Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Spencer Smith, and thanks for tuning back into my channel. Today, we are going to talk about Don K. Preston's debate with Chris Date that just happened yesterday. It was live stream. I just listened to it this morning and a little bit last night, but I finished it this morning when I was working, and I just got off work, and I figured I'd make this quick video. And I know Zach Davis has already made a video giving his 2 cents on it, and I figured I would make a video giving my 2 cents on it and just kind of let you guys know what I'm thinking about the debate. And if you haven't seen it, yeah, you should probably go listen to it or watch it. It's pretty good. But nonetheless, yeah, I think the debate overall was interesting. Chris Date was kind of arrogant. I don't want to, maybe not arrogant. Maybe arrogant's not the word, but you could tell he was kind of trying to be, I don't know, childish, it seemed. And Don handled himself well. He didn't react or blow up. You know, if I was in that circumstance, I would probably be pretty forceful, but that's just me because I'm young, I guess. I don't know. But Don did a really good job handling himself and not, you know, letting his emotions get to him. But nonetheless, the debate and the questions and the cross-examination went well. Again, I think Chris, he kept using, hyper-preterist this and hyper-preterist that, and, you know, the creeds and the confessions and church history. And that's all fine, you know. You could say that. You could say whatever you want. I don't really care. But, you know, I just want people to understand that sword cuts both ways. You're going to say, well, hey, hyper-preterist, the hyper-preterist movement, hyper-preterist Don Preston. You know, what about hyper-futurist, right? Could you not say, well, hyper-futurism? I mean, we could use that same phrase. You want to kick all that stuff in the future, and you want to say, well, it's still, you know, we're waiting 2,000 years. It's longer than the Mosaic covenant, and it's still going. It's not fulfilled yet. You want to say that, well, hey, we might say hyperfuturism. You're hyperfuturist. You're hypercretalist. This phrase, to me, it's completely stupid. All right? I'm going to be honest with you. It's stupid. Because those people you call hyperpreterist, I know some of them. And I've talked with some of them. And I've had great conversations, and I can assure you, these people are not heretics, as in the sense of damnable heretics that are going to burn in hell. Now, Chris Date, he says, oh, hell isn't eternal, or in the sense of eternal conscious torment. I don't really know about that, but nonetheless, that wasn't a church history unanimously, in some sense, all agreed that it was eternal conscious torment. Now, I'm sure you had some fringe people in there, but hey, did Chris Date just depart from orthodoxy? Of course not. Those are actually good questions and debates to be had. But it doesn't help by saying, oh, you're unorthodox, or you're a heretic, you're hyper-preterist. To me, it was stupid, okay? That was just stupid and childish, and it needs to knock it with that kind of crap, because, you know, he had that meme up with Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm told. I've never watched that show, but nonetheless, he's got the strings connected, and he's saying this is what Don K. Preston does. He connects scripture with scripture. Oh, big deal. It's so bad to connect scripture with scripture, isn't it? It's just such a terrible thing to say, hey, you know, Matthew 16, 27 through 28 sure sounds like Revelation 20, and it sure sounds like Revelation 22. That's just me connecting the dots and being some kind of weird conspiracy theorist. What? Come on, man. You don't want to deal with the arguments. You don't want to deal with the arguments. Now, I'm not defending Don on everything. I don't, you know, to be quite frank, I don't think it's helpful to say, well, Christ lost his body in heaven. We don't know, okay? I don't know. You don't know. Stop talking about it then. Calvin said, when Scripture makes an end of speaking, let us make an end of speaking. But nonetheless, I just feel like Don did a good job pressing Chris on some issue. He brought up, you know, because it sounds like Chris was a partial preterist. He brought up Revelation 20, the millennium. He believes that's, you know, or Revelation 20 in the millennium in the final judgment. He believes the final judgment is still in the future. Well, if that's the case, Don asked, what about Revelation 22? I think it's verse 15, I believe. Jesus says, surely I'm coming quickly. I'm coming soon, and I'm bringing my judgment, my recompense with me, and I will reward each one according to his works. Sure sounds like Revelation 20. And Chris just kind of stuttered. He was like, well, you know, well, that part was AD 70, but, you know, that was Revelation 20, still 2,000 years and counting in our future. It's to me, it seems stupid. To me, I feel like the whole book of Revelation talks about one event, and it's soon. It's soon to happen, and I think it's clear. And I think it's weird that we have to slice and dice things. I mean, the prophecy of this book. Do not seal the words of the prophecy of this book, for the time is near. That's the book as a whole. You can't say, well, some of it was AD 70, and some of it was 2,000 years and counting in our future. That lasts longer than the Mosaic covenant in the Mosaic era. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Can we not see that? Can we not say, well, that's a sure sign of hyperfuturism? To me, you could say what you want about Don, but I think he did a great job in that debate. You know, Matthew 16, 27 through 28. For the Son of Man is going to come in the glory of his Father with all his angels, and he will reward each one according to his work. Sounds like Daniel 12. I mean, this connecting scripture thing, you know, that's conspiracy theorist, and you're the meme off of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's not helpful. It's not helpful whatsoever. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that debate. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's pretty good. It kind of gets the gist of what the issues are. Yeah. Nonetheless, hope you guys like this, and if you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. God bless.